Have you ever wondered why someone subscribes to an OnlyFans? Because I have, and not the marketing answer from those like gross OnlyFans marketing companies, and not the like in the news response that people say with all the like moral panic stuff. Just like average, an actual human being, like what they would say about why they subscribed. Have you ever wondered that? Have you ever wondered that? I've wondered that. I'm slightly obsessed with how people's brains work and how they think about things and their opinions of things and like their values on things. Some could call it nosy, some could call it like sociologically minded, some could call it just being a regular human being. I don't know, but I wanted to find out, and I have a sociology degree. Whoa, oh my god, I got a 2-2, which is essentially like I guess you got this degree. So I didn't do very well, but I learned to do sociological research, which comes in handy for being nosy and wanting to know how people think about things, and like as a group. I should note that I got a 2-2. I did very badly in the part about doing research, and I also did very badly in the part about statistics. So keep all those in mind. And I haven't done any sociology for 10 years. So all that put together, this is just funsies, fun, with a sprinkling of like, I know a little bit more than like an average person would know about how to do like research. I'm gonna say research, I'm gonna say statistics, I'm gonna say like patterns, I'm gonna say all these fun words. It's just fun, okay? Fun. So anyway, getting into the point. I want to apply my sociological knowledge to the porn industry and specifically the fan site industry, because I find it very interesting how it works and what people are thinking when they do it. So, just to clarify, will this be scientifically rigorous? No. Will this be entertaining? Maybe. Will this teach you stuff about the very specific tiny sample of people that I managed to get to tell me stuff? Hopefully. Welcome to this.
Coming now, follow my lead. Coming now, follow my lead.
So what happens when a weirdo with ADHD and a sociology degree from 10 years ago attempts to do some research? This is what happens. I have responses from 16 people. How many of those are users of OnlyFans? 3. How do you have so many people who don't really use OnlyFans, you say? Well, we'll find out later. Every terrible study needs a few ingredients. I used a survey website and people who were willing to answer my awkward questions, and way too much spare time. I'm not sure if it was actually spare. Way too much time I should have been doing something else. A worrying amount of patience and hyper focus on looking through people's answers and finding keywords and all that stuff. Just a passion to be nosy. I started off with my survey, which I tippy-tapped and wrote, and I felt very confident in the beginning because I remembered from my degree, like, oh, it has to be phrased carefully like this, you have to use these specific words, don't ask that question or people won't answer it, don't ask this question or people will interpret it wrong. All those things, remembered all of that. Tippity-taps. And then I changed it, and then I rewrote it, and then I edited it, and then I rewrote 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 it, and then eventually I was like, this is bearable. And then I sent it to my friends, my poor friends, who maybe partially are interested in OnlyFans, but like passingly. Sent it to them, they responded, and the questionnaire was way too dense and complicated, and I was asking about 500 questions within one question a lot of the time. My degree had done nothing apparently. I literally got rid of like half the questions because some of the questions were so dense. And I was left with a more bearable questionnaire. And then I was like, I'm ready. I'm gonna send this to humans who interact with OnlyFans. Oh my god. So, I'm ready. I'm gonna share it on my Instagram, which has like 2,500 people on it. I'm gonna share it on my OnlyFans, which has like 100 people on it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Oh my god, I'm gonna get so many responses from all of these horny people.
And if somebody hurts you, I wanna fight, but my hand's been broken.
Oh, not allowed to share links anymore for a month. Okay, thank you. That'll be fine. That will be fine. So anyway, my extremely unrepresentative sample became even less representative. Some would say completely unrelated sample to the thing I'm doing, but who cares? I was like, I'm not gonna let this be the end of this. I'm gonna still put it in my link tree. I'm still gonna put my link tree on other Instagrams I have, because only one page was affected by this thing. Still gonna mention it on my OnlyFans. I did get a few people who came through for me. I think probably like 5 people actually are actual just regular old OnlyFans users, and the rest are my friends and OnlyFans creators. You know, because we have OnlyFans fans and then we have OnlyFans creators, and like they're both involved in OnlyFans, and I kind of find it interesting to see how many creators subscribe to other people's OnlyFans, like for personal things and also for like research purposes, because I've definitely done that. I've done both. Literally like 5 to 10 people are creators, which is interesting because then you can kind of see how they respond to how they would describe it as their own job. That's how we are where we are. Another portion of people are people that I bribed. Is that ethical? No. Is that a good way to get a sample of people? No. But if you think about it, some studies pay people to partake, and I paid with content, and it worked. To clarify, sample size, sample quality, questionnaire, fun? Am I having fun? Did I have fun? I think so, yes. Are you having fun? If you're watching this still, maybe. So next I'm going to tell you what I found out about the first 16 people who answered my questionnaire. Okay.
Do wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in.
Time for the results so far. Also hugely unscientific to be giving out the results as they go. Is it entertaining? Yes. So I don't care. I'm only going to talk about the first question because that's the only thing I've actually like got some information about so far. So the first question was, can you explain what OnlyFans and the other fan sites are to someone who doesn't know what they are? I was looking for like how people describe them, like what things they focus on most, and like what things people say that I'm maybe not expecting them to describe it as. So I broke it down into key like themes. The key themes I found were payment, subscription, adult content, creativity, freedom, as a worker, because I had so many creators in there, fandom, and free content, like stuff being free or not, also connection and exclusivity. By far the most talked about thing was the adult content aspect. The fact that it's adult content, the fact that it's got like explicit content, that kind of thing. But also people talking about like, it doesn't have to be that, it doesn't have to be adult content, it could be safe for work content, but most of it is adult content. Like everyone talks about that. If people didn't talk about it being adult content, people talked about the fact that you get access to a creator's content that you like. The second biggest theme people talked about when they were answering this question is the payment aspect of it. People talked about like paying, purchasing, pay-per-views, and also financial support, which is going to be a thing that surprised me that will come up later. but people talking about financially supporting the creator. The one that I suspect is from the fact that there's creators answering this questionnaire, but also some of the just regular fans answered it this way. Talking about freedom was the next biggest thing mentioned, is people talking about like the freedom, the creators have the freedom to share what they want, the creators have the freedom to be their own boss, the creators share whatever content that they feel comfortable with sharing. I think and also someone said the freedom to share whatever content the creator decides on. Like there's a lot of like, this content is whatever the creator wanted to share. I think in contrast to on social media where like you're not allowed to share explicit stuff, but also it could be in contrast to the fact that like in a traditional porn in the traditional porn industry, you're getting told by like a director and a producer and everything like what content you're making, and this is emphasizing like, no, like you can do whatever you want. Maybe that's just me. And then the next biggest one was the like the theme of like how it is to do that as a worker. So like yeah, the be your own boss comment, and then also the whatever content you feel comfortable sharing. Someone called it digital sex work, which is really interesting. I've never heard that phrase before. And then someone else described the creators as erotic performers. So far, that's the biggest like things that have come out. The interesting things people said is talking about like one-on-one connection with the creator, and that it's like something you do with your favorite content creator, and it's with people that you appreciate what they do. So like this sense of like you do it with the ones that are like your favorites, or like the ones you want to be close to, like that kind of thing. So that's 16 people's responses to that first part. I hope you want to come along for this ride, and if you enjoy this, then comment and like and share and subscribe and all the things. If you don't like this, then watch a different video. I hope you enjoy. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.